Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the only show that sees a market flatlining and thinks, perfect, the rocket is refueling. I'm Sunny, and folks, what looks like boredom is actually the market coiling up with incredible potential energy.
And I'm Cole, here to remind you that a flat line on a heart monitor is generally not considered a bullish signal. This isn't a refueling station, Sonny. It's a ghost town. The tumbleweeds have more trading volume. Let's get into the main event before we all die of boredom.
Impossible! How can you be bored when we are witnessing the great NFT comeback story of the year? Moonbirds are back, Cole. They are absolutely soaring. The floor price has just skyrocketed. We're talking a nearly 70% jump in just 24 hours to over 2 ETH. This isn't just a pump, it's a revival.
A revival? It looks more like a seance where they're trying to reanimate a corpse. Let's not forget, this is the same project that cratered after they switched to a CC0 or public domain model, effectively vaporizing the very concept of commercial rights that holders thought they had. This isn't a comeback, it's a speculative spasm.
But that's the old story. The new story is about visionary leadership and a massive injection of capital and confidence. The original founders, Kevin Rose and Justin Mezzle, are back at the helm. They just raised a whopping $10 million in a Series A funding round to rebuild the brand and the ecosystem. This is the original team, the ones who had the vision in the first place, coming home to finish the job. What could this become? It becomes a case study in how a dedicated team can rescue a project and restore faith in a community.
What are the risks right now? The risk is that you're celebrating the return of the very same people who drove the car off the cliff in the first place. They're the ones who made the disastrous CC0 decision. Now they're back with a fresh pile of VC money, promising it'll be different this time. It's a classic crypto narrative. Create a problem, then get paid to solve it. Meanwhile, the original holders who got wrecked are just supposed to cheer because the floor price had a good day? It's a vote of confidence in a team with a terrible track record.
It's a vote of confidence in their ability to learn and adapt. They have a war chest now. They're not just bringing back the old magic, they're supercharging it. This funding allows them to build out the entire Moonbirds universe, create new art, new lore, new utility. It's the difference between a cool art project and a sustainable multimedia brand. This is how you go from a JPEG to an empire. This is the long-term vision finally getting the resources it deserves.
It's a bailout. They're using $10 million of outside money to paper over their past mistakes. And let's be honest about this price surge. It's not driven by some newfound belief in the long-term vision. It's driven by short-term speculators who smell fresh money in the water. They're not buying into the art or the community. They're betting that this new funding will create enough hype for them to flip their JPEGs to a greater fool. The moment that hype dies down, we'll be right back where we started.
You see a flip, I see a flight to quality. People are realizing that in a crowded market, you bet on the teams that can raise capital and build for the future. But fine, let's zoom out from the specific project and look at the whole market. Let's go to the ultimate source of truth, the one-day Bitcoin chart on TradingView. The data doesn't lie.
Finally, something we can agree on. I've got the chart pulled up. No stories, no VC-funded narratives, just the raw numbers. And honestly, it looks like the market has gone asleep.
It's not sleeping, Cole, it's meditating. It has reached a state of perfect zen. Look at the indicators. The moving averages, which measure the deep underlying trend, dead neutral. The oscillators, which track the short-term momentum, perfectly neutral. The overall summary from every single metric, neutral.
And you're calling this a good thing? Sonny, the market has ground to a complete and total halt. There is no conviction, there is no momentum, there is no direction. It's a state of absolute paralysis. The buyers and sellers have fought each other to a dead standstill. That isn't zen, it's a stalemate.
Exactly. It's the most bullish stalemate you could ask for. After all the recent volatility, the market has found a perfect equilibrium. It's absorbing every last seller and building an incredibly stable foundation. This isn't weakness, it's poise. A neutral reading across the board means the frantic energy is gone and what's left is pure, consolidated strength. This is the calm before the next massive leg up. It's a coiled spring of immense power, just waiting for a spark.
It's a ticking time bomb of indecision. A market with no direction is a market that is highly vulnerable to shocks. All it takes is one bad headline, one macro event to break this deadlock and send us cascading downwards. That neutral signal isn't telling you the market is strong. It's telling you it has no opinion. And in my experience, a market with no opinion is one you should not be trusting. This isn't a launch pad, it's a knife's edge.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. I say trust the comeback stories and embrace the calm before the storm. The builders are building, the money is flowing back in, and the chart is telling a quiet confidence. Stay bullish.
And I say, beware the sequel that's funded by a bailout, and be very, very careful in a market that has lost its pulse. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.